In this video, I'm going to implement a queue using two stacks S1 and S2. So let's take an example 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what is the function of queue? It's first in, first out. Queue uses a first in, first out method. Which means whichever the element that is pushed to the queue comes out first. And here we need to implement the queue using two stacks. So let's assume two stacks as S1 and S2. This is S1 and S2. And stack follows the first in, last out functionality. If we take this input for queue, we have two methods, which one is enqueue and the other one is dequeue. So for enqueue, we need to add the elements to the queue, and in the dequeue, we need to return the first element that is pushed to the queue. So for enqueuing, it is simple. We just we just push the elements in the order like 1, 2, 3, and 4 to the first stack. But for the dequeue, we need to get the first element, which is this, but we have them in the stack. So all we can do is we need to pop the last element. So that does not work for the queue. Here we use the second stack. What we'll do is we'll pop the all elements in the S1 and we'll push them to the S2. So here it becomes 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we have the first element that is pushed to the queue at the top of this S2 stack. So we'll just return S2 dot pop, which is 1. So it returns 1. Now let's implement this process in the code. So let's write a function queue So I'm declaring two stacks as S1 and this dot S2. Now we need to write two methods, so one for enqueuing and one for dequeuing. First let's write the enqueuing method. So this dot enqueue I'm using the arrow functions for this. In the enqueue, all we do is push the elements to the first stack. So we just do this dot S1 dot push X. Now we need to do the dequeue. So in the dequeue, we need to shift all the elements from the S1 to the S2 by using the pop function, so that the element that is enqueued first will come to the top of the S2 stack. So what we'll do is if this dot S2 dot length equals to 0, we'll start a while loop here, and using the while loop we'll shift all the elements in the S1 stack to the S2 stack. So this dot S2 dot push this dot S1 dot pop. So now we just written the top element in the S2 for dequeuing. So return this dot S2 dot pop. So this is the whole queue, and so we use this like let's use let's say a equals to new queue. Now if we do a dot enqueue of, we need to give input, so let's give it a 1, and a dot enqueue 2. So now we have enqueued 2 elements to the queue, so which means that queue contains 1 and 2, and if we do the dequeue, we need to get 1 as output, because 1 is the element that we pushed at the beginning. So if we do a dot dequeue, what happens is it goes into this dequeue method, where we'll shift all the elements which is 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 are in the S1 stack in the form like this. So 2 is at the top of the stack, and we shift these 2 elements to the S2. So we pop the top element from S1, and we push it to the S2. So here comes 2, and then the next element is 1 comes at the top, and then we are going to return the S2 dot pop, which is the top element in the S2 is 1. So 1 will be returned for this statement. So this is the implementation of queue using 2 stacks. Thank you.